America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome to the Bryan City Council meeting for Monday, October 16th. First item on our agenda this evening is the approval of the minutes from September 18th and the October 4th executive session meeting. Council, you should have those in front of you. Any additions or corrections?
I move we accept both meeting minutes as given to us.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is a clerk treasurer's report.
Council's been presented with the clerk treasurer's report for the month ending September 30th, 2017.
We approve.
I'll second.
Carrie?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Item number 3 is a hearing of public concerns. Not having any before us, we'll move on to item number 4, which is an ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 36, 2017. An ordinance providing for the transfer of funds for the city of Bryan for the month ending October 31st, 2017. This is a transfer of $450,000 from the 1% income tax fund to the 101 general fund for general spending purposes. A transfer of $100,000 from the 1% income tax fund to the 203 street department fund for general spending purposes. A transfer of $250,000 from the 0.5% income tax fund to the 401 capital improvement fund for projects. A transfer of $300,000 from the fire vehicle fund to the 250 fire department fund for the burn building. Total amount of transfer requested, $1,100,000.
I move we suspend.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
I move to adopt. Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Item number 5 is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 37, 2017. An ordinance providing for annual appropriations for the city of Bryan for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2017, and declaring an emergency. This is an appropriation request of $813 for the Parks and Recreation Utility Fund. It was a donation that was received from the swim team.
I move to suspend.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Second.
sorry.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Item number 6 is another ordinance. Please number and read.
Ordinance number 38, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the S&S Directional Boring LTD for the project known as Southwest Bryan Terry Sanitary Sewer Replacement to include various portions of the southwest quadrant.
Mr. Waterstone.
Hello. S&S Directional Boring got the bid for $435,816. This will be replacing sanitary sewers in the rear yard in areas between Center and Sunny Drive, Pleasantwood and Oakwood Drive, and Parkview Avenue. So kind of in the Portland Manor area. I think in all, we're replacing roughly 2,500 feet of sewer. Similar to the projects we've done in the past with SNS.
Start of the project and completion?
I have not heard when they're gonna start yet, so.
Okay. But I mean, they'll start, I mean, this fall and whatever.
I am not sure if they're gonna wait till spring or.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did Bryan say anything to you, Mayor?
No.
I
Okay.
haven't heard a timeline yet on this
All
one.
righty.
It's basically underground work, right?
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
So directional bore, the new main, and then they'll have to go back in and reconnect everybody's sanitary service.
Yeah, it's gonna be congested and a mess down there for a while whenever they start it, so it's another one of those things where.
Well, the good thing with
neighborhoods-
pipe bursting is you're not tearing up everybody's backyard.
Yeah.
Just the areas where you gotta reconnect their service lines.
Right,
so.
right, yep. Okay. Make a motion to suspend.
Second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Motion to approve. Second.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Okay, item number 7 is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 39, 2017. An ordinance authorizing the clerk treasurer to issue change order number 1 for the project known as 2017 100 Block East South Street improvements for seating purposes only.
Would like to do this last meeting, but it was canceled, so we're going ahead and doing it now. Sure you've all aware that it's already been seeded and pretty much done. We're just waiting on final figures from the contractor.
I drove down past there the other day and someone's already gone over the curb.
Yes. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if there was a car pulled out way too far, so the semi had to cut it short, but hopefully now that we got the loops up and running, and give it a while for people to learn. Same with the school pickup and drop off. Give them a while and I think they'll get it figured out and things will go better. There are gonna be some traffic signs in that area, so truckers are gonna have to look out for those now.
Okay.
It won't be just bare dirt there, so.
Yeah, it's just what you and I talked about the other day, whereas that they're getting up too far, the cars are going up past that, and once you.
Yeah,
put the
cars are
roots
going
in there,
past
it's
the
not
stop
gonna-
bar.
It's not gonna trip, and they're gonna have to back up.
Correct.
To get a trip to get things moving.
Yeah, the
through
light's
that
no longer on cycle, it's on loop, so
Right, right.
they have to trip the sensors for it to turn, so.
Yeah,
If they pull too far up, they're gonna be sitting there a while.
yeah, right. Or get hit, one of the other.
Happens too often.
Make a motion to suspend.
I'll second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie. Yes. Rick.
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Keeping Mr. Waterston in the hot seat, we'll move on to item number 8, which is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 40, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the clerk treasurer to issue change order number 1 for the project known as 2017 Turn Lane on Center Street at Town Lane Road for a change to the contract amount.
This will be a decrease in the amount of $3,616.87. Contractor didn't use as much asphalt as we had in the bid quantities, and we were able to reuse the topsoil and not have to haul topsoil in, so there's where our savings came from.
We like that.
Yes.
I move to suspend.
Second.
Judy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Move to approve. Second.
Carrie,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
We like a lot more of those.
You're in luck.
Item number 9 is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 41, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the clerk treasurer to issue change order number 2 for the project known as 2017 North Myers Street, 300 block sanitary sewer for a change to the contract amount.
This too is a decrease in the amount of $531.10. The contractor didn't have to dig as wide a trench in the road, so we saved on pavement repair. We did have to add more sidewalk because it was difficult to find good sections of sidewalk to hook into down there, so. Would have liked to have been more, but it all evened out.
Make a motion to suspend.
Second,
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank
Thanks,
you.
Andrew.
Item number 10 is a resolution. Lori, please number and read.
Resolution number 30, 2017, a resolution to accept a donation of land located at 301 East Butler Street, Bryan, Ohio, commonly known as Lincoln Elementary School property, containing 93,726 square feet, 2.152 acres of land, more or less.
We have been in discussion, or had been in discussion early on with the school board, trying to figure out what they were gonna do with the buildings when they were torn down. We know already we've had the Washington Path given to us and been taken over by the Park and Rec and already paved and so forth, and now they're presenting the Lincoln property to us. And Ben, do you wanna address any of that? What your thoughts are on this issue? School standpoint?
Thank you. Just real quickly, I would encourage council to obviously accept the property. At the same point, I think it's important that we take a period of time and just kind of let the property sit. Spend some money that we need to spend to get the playground up to code, make sure the fence is in good shape, things like that. But other than that, I would just not encourage council to be in a big hurry to develop the land. We will mow it and take care of it, leave the playground sit, and, you know, let's just kind of see how things go as far as vandalism and things like that before we go too much further with the property itself.
And then you had also mentioned to me when I talked to you earlier that if this doesn't work out, we can give it back to the school.
I was
Right.
hoping Rhonda would be here, that would be a question. I mean.
I did ask her that question,
Okay.
if we desire, that we don't want to do that. In other words, we can't build a building on it or anything of that nature. We're using it as a park or something like that. We can't say up in front, we're gonna build some condominiums or anything like that, then it would be a violation. But if we decide it's too much for us and we don't want it,
We can't.
it could go back. That's our understanding.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
if,
kind of explained in the paper, wasn't it, from the board minutes? When they,
Board, yeah.
yes, that it would go back to them if we decide to do something else with it.
Well, I'm saying if we just decide that it's not working as a park,
It goes back to them.
yeah,
Yes.
that we can return it back to them.
yeah, I think if it ever becomes too much of a hassle and starts to cost too much money to upkeep and maintain and things like that, I think you always have the opportunity to turn it back to the schools.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Dominic?
Do we feel comfortable? Do we feel comfortable to suspend, or do you want a reading on this?
Guess it's entirely up to you, what you want to do.
It may not hurt to have a second reading on this one, since it's,
It does involve the public, it does involve adding on to more property.
And it might further put more into the papers and so forth, what it's all about, what we can do and can't do with it.
Well,
guess
I've received a couple of phone calls on it. That's why I was questioning certain things. And so maybe that's what we need to do.
Have more than one reading.
I move we adopt the first reading.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
yes. Thank you. Item number 11 is an employee status change in the police department. Chief Willis.
Evening, Council.
Good evening.
I would like to ask council to accept my recommendation that Anthony Corcus be appointed to regular full-time status as Bryan Police Department Patrol Officer. This is effective October 3rd, 2017. He has successfully completed his one-year probation. This was going to go on last council, but since it was canceled, that's why it was moved to this one. In accordance with the contract between the City of Bryan and OPBA, his wages should be adjusted to contractual one-year rate.
I make a motion to approve the chief's recommendation.
Second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 12 is a retirement with the police department. Chief Willis.
Okay. I believe council should have a copy of the letter from Donna Distel. I will go ahead and read it. This letter is to let you know that my last day will be November 30th, 2017. I will be retiring from the Bryan Police Department as dispatch records clerk. I'd just like to ask council to accept her retirement.
How many years?
She started in December of '97, so just shy, 1 month shy of 20 years.
19 plus, yeah.
Yeah. Good. I make a motion to accept the resignation with regret.
Second.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We do have an additional item. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have building permit. Item number 13. Tried to jump over you there, Mr. Weatherston.
Tonight I have a building permit for Key Mansfield. This is for 926 East High Street here in the corner of Union. Edward Jones Investments is going to be occupying the building. Heitmeyer Building and Design will be doing the construction. State construction type is 5B. Use group is B. Cost for the project is $23,000. Basically, it's just an interior remodel and upgrade some finishes in there, so nothing too major.
Is that the one right on the corner?
Yep, the old bank.
The old bank. Yeah.
Federal.
It's really a nice building. I move we accept it.
Second.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is an ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 42, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the City of Bryan to join a coalition of municipalities retaining special counsel for purposes of initiating litigation to challenge the constitutionality of amendments to Chapter 718 of the Ohio Revised Code relating to municipal income tax and declaring an emergency.
We have discussed this earlier, as you are aware. House Bill 49 alters the net profits tax by facilitating the centralized filing and administration of net profit portion of the municipal income tax paid from a business or profession. Several Ohio municipalities are considering the formation of a coalition to file a mandamus action in the Ohio Supreme Court to prevent this from happening. Other information we had for any administrator that has not considered the impact of the state being able to determine whether or not a business can use an alternative appointment formula should consider this. A business and preparer now realizes that they can send a return through ODT using an alternative amount to avoid paying tax on municipal net profit. Also, the state is not obligated to audit any of these returns, and it's also the understanding the state will keep 50% of the revenue for failure to properly report information to ODT within a specified time frame. In other words, they're going to take the dollars down, they could file down there, we would have no idea that they had done that, and they could turn around, and it just seems like they're creating one law after the other to take away our home rule and our sovereign immunity. So, as I said, several communities are joining forces now in a high speed to get this stopped, to see if we can get an injunction to stop that. So I guess it's up to the council to decide whether they would want to go. Some of the areas around, I think, they had mentioned West Unity just did it.
Napoleon
Did it.
Perrysburg, Gibsonburg's on.
Yeah.
Montpelier.
Montpelier.
Well, I don't believe they've come on yet.
Oh, they haven't?
I believe that's under
Their
discussion.
discussion. And the reason that they put a tight timeline is it has to be done in October, so we don't have a lot of time, so.
And my understanding is the whole purpose is so that we can maximize that the local dollars are used locally as opposed to being sent to the state and used otherwise.
That's correct. They'll charge an administrative fee if it goes through the state. So that's less money coming back, your local dollars, less of it coming back to the city. And not to mention, we really won't be able to see the information going into the state. We'll have to wait until they develop a portal that is supposed to be able to give us some information back. But again, we haven't seen that yet.
It's one more way they're taking away our home rule.
It
And
is.
That's not good for Crestwood.
Council, how do you wish to proceed?
I make a motion we suspend.
I'll second that.
Tommy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yeah.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie.
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. We are going to have a brief recess, and then we will have an executive session for the acquisition of property. But first, I would like to go around the room and see if there's anything further. Mr. Dominic? Mr. Waterston?
No, sir.
Chief Willis? Chief Siders?
No, sir.
Mr. Maynard? BMU, BPA? Mr. Day?
I just want to say thank you to Donna for her years of service, and good luck to her on her retirement.
Same thing here, and that's all I have. Thanks.
Ditto.
Yeah, best wishes to Donna in her retirement.
Thank you. Lori?
No, sir.
Mayor?
Same thing to Donna, we wish her the best in her retirement. And also, we had this announcement up before that they're having an electronic recycling event, October 19th, 10 to 4, and you can take care of all your computers, keyboards, scanners, copiers, VCRs, stereo equipment, printers, speakers, fax machines, and so forth, and take that out there and really clean up your house. The old style cathode tube computer monitors and CRT TV sets are not accepted, but flat screens are accepted. So, and also items containing refrigerant will not be accepted. So it's really a good time to get rid of some of this, and it's right here locally in Bryan. 10 to 4, October 19th.
This Saturday.
It's Thursday, isn't
It's
it?
Thursday.
Thursday. Yep.
Thursday, yeah.
Yep. And I guess that's about it.
That's all you've got? I'd also like to express my sentiments for Ms. Distel and her services to the city. And I'd also, once again, like to thank everyone for coming, and after a brief recess, we will be going to executive session. Thank you.